Hello, it's great to have you back in class today again. I'm so happy. Now, who can remind me of what we learned in our last class? Yes, I need someone to tell me the topic of last class. Oh, yes, coat of many colors. That's fantastic. You can still remember. All right, we'll be learning something new today, and the topic we're having before us today is musical notes, not just musical notes, but they are musical notes and their values. We want to see the notes, the pitch, their duration, how we can bar, how we can put time signature, and so on and so forth. But if I may ask, what do you understand by the term or word musical note? You've been hearing the word. So what do you understand? Let's look at what musical note is defined as. Anyway, right? A musical note is the length or duration of a note which is shown by its shape. It can be the length or the pitch or duration of a note. Is that okay? There are eight musical notes, but in modern music, only six are commonly used. How many? Six. Modern means now. Then, that was when they were using eight. The longest is brief, while the shortest is hemi, demi, semi, quiver. Now we have these notes aligned here. We have the whole note, which has 4 beats. Then we have the half note, which has 2 beats. Two of these half beats will give you one whole note. Is that clear? Okay, let's go on. We also have the quarter note, which is a shaded head and a stem, is 1 beat. Then we have the eighth note, which is a shaded head, a stem, and a flag, is half beat. Two of these eight notes will give you one quarter note, and one quarter will give you four whole notes. Now we have one quarter, which is the 16th note, is a stem that has two flags, and we have 32nd note, which is 1/8 beat, that's 1/8. It has three flags. By the time you add, they will give you one whole note. Now let's look at beaming of notes. It's not difficult. We have two separate quiver notes on top there. It becomes two that has a tie. That's what you call beaming, to hold them together. Let's look at note addition. Two whole notes is equal one double note. Two half notes is equal one whole note. Four quarter notes is equal one whole note. Four quarter, quarter is one. When you add four, it gives you one whole, which is four counts. Eight eighth notes is equal one whole note. So eight eighth notes, you give you one whole note. While 16 of 16th whole notes or 16th notes is equal one whole note. So they have their variations and their counts. By the time you add them together, it becomes one full. Now look at this note tree. We have the whole note. It gave us two half. Two half gave us four quarter. Four quarter gave us eight eight. Eight eight gave us 16 16th notes. Can you see that? It's very clear. All right. Right away, we're going to watch a video on how we can place notes on each bar of music. We're going to look at the time signature, how the notes came about, and how we can bar them and how we can go about it. Let's watch.
A note represents the pitch and duration of a musical sound. Let's begin with duration or note value. Here are 5 note values. A whole note, which is a circle. A half note, which is a circle with a stem, so 2 half notes equal 1 whole note. A quarter note is like a half note, but it's filled in. 2 of these equal a half note. 4 of these equal a whole note. An eighth note is like a quarter note plus a flag. 2 of these equal a quarter note. 4 equal a half note, and 8 equal a whole note. A 16th note is like an eighth note, but with an extra flag. The pattern is the same. 2 sixteenths equal 1/8, 4 sixteenths equal 1/4, and so on. These flags can also be connected, and the stems can go up or down without any change to the duration or length. Now let's look at how these notes specifically apply to music. We first begin with a time signature. The one that I'm choosing is 4/4. The top number indicates how many regular pulses or beats are in each measure or bar. The lower number tells us what kind of note is equal to one beat. Therefore, if we write 4 quarter notes in 4/4, the bar is over and we add a bar line. If we do the same thing a second time, we have created 2 bars or 2 measures. The word measure and bar are used interchangeably. Let's use our 5-note values in 4/4. The whole note gets 4 beats. If we find a whole note in music with a time signature of 4/4, we would play or sing a single note, and it would last the whole bar. A half note would get half of the whole, or 2 beats. Let's listen to the beginning of Dvorak's New World Symphony's slow movement. This brass chorale has 3 measures, or 3 bars of half notes, and then 1 measure of a whole note.
Wow, this was beautifully done. I hope you were able to go through with the teaching in the video. Okay, now this is our assignment and we are working on counting beats. The examples are there. Just study it and follow the examples. Then you go to your music note, transfer it, write it out there, then take a snapshot and upload it. That's your assignment. See you.